Thank you guys for watching Keep Pounding TV. I got one quick question. Do
Screen!
you
You can't stop me! Fumble!
love the Carolina Panthers
We did it! We did it!
like I love the Carolina Panthers?
Ah!
Hey everybody, I'm your host, Granny Gata, also known as the Big Cat. My cool cat, put your paws in every arc with the Big Cat. Today, we're here to talk about, do NFL fans have unrealistic expectations when it comes to these NFL players, teams, organizations, etc. But first, one quick question before we get started. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Yes? No? Maybe? Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Give me a dab. Listen, man. Today's a talk that we're going to have in lieu of Andrew Luck's retirement and how it affects all of us. Let's get into it. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss a video. To answer the question, are NFL fans unrealistic when it comes to these players and teams? Well, it's not an easy answer, but it's a double-sided answer, yes and no. I'll start with yes, we are unrealistic when it comes to these teams and players. People don't understand that it's a game. Yes, it is a game, and they're getting paid to play this game, but there's life after this game. I remember watching a documentary with Antoine Randall, a guy who used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver corps. He ended up getting hurt and dinged up throughout his career with concussions. They showed him after what happened, after him playing the game, and it was sad. I mean, he couldn't walk up and down the stairs without help. Beautiful wife, beautiful kids, beautiful home, all that money paid for it. But here you are in your mid-30s and struggling to walk up and down the stairs. Fans don't see that aspect of it. Here's the kicker right here. The kicker is it's not our fault. The adoration that we have for these players is forced upon us. I mean, I felt like the media, the video games, the jersey company, everybody's getting a piece of these athletes, and they're marketing and they're pushing us in the face to have love and admiration, adoration as well for these players. You know what I mean? So how can you not get help? That's like putting food in front of me. You expect for me not to eat it, especially if it's hot, smelling good? That's what the entertainment world does to us, the business side. So yes, man, I mean, it's unfair, it's not right, it's unjust, but yeah, that's what happens. I think the average fan doesn't understand with the emergence of CTE, mental health issues, depression, suicide, that these players are being more and more effective. And I gotta give kudos to this generation. This generation, you can call them soft or whatever you want to call them, but they're making themselves more aware of it. Back in the old days, early days of football, you were a tough guy if you could play a game of football without water, believe it or not. You know what I mean? You were a tough guy if you were able to fight off a broken leg. You were considered a tough guy. So, no, you weren't a tough guy. You were just really stupid and had a lot of want to be a man, testosterone. All that shit doesn't count. Testosterone don't count when you're walking around here, can't spell your words, can't pronounce your words. If your leg is broken, you can't walk up and down your stairs. There's no justice, no solidarity in there. There's no moral victory in that. Next way fans have unrealistic expectations is when the privacy. But again, I don't think it's the fans' fault. With Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all these other social media sites, they feel like now we can have a way inside. You know what I mean? What you're doing on the 4th of July. Snapchat. You know what I mean? What are you doing on your son's birthday? Have a Snapchat. You're like, come on, man. You know, and then some people take that too far. You know what I mean? Then when you got in person, it's one thing when you're on the internet, but then when you go out in person, that same fun-loving guy you see on Snapchat, guess what? Now you're at a dinner restaurant with your kids, you're being bothered by pictures, yada, yada, yada. I feel like we're entitled to this, okay? And to some degree, we may be, but at times, more times than not, it's not right. I feel like fans do have unrealistic expectations. Last but not least, when it comes to fan expectation, I think as far as performance, FanDuel, fantasy football, DraftKings, stuff like that, they make it to like where people are getting paid off these guys. So, for example, my quarterback, Cam Newton, all right, so he's going out there, he just hurt his ankle. There are people out there that's pissed off at him. You know what I mean? They're just snapping on him and stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, my fantasy football. My DraftKings, I ain't gonna make $100. People don't understand, hey, this guy's a human. A lot of you guys, if you fall in love with these players because of what they do, but you don't fall in love for the player for who they are. That's deep right there. As a man, you gotta love. If you love Cam Newton as a man, you'll love him on and off the field like that. You know what I mean? So if he goes out there and have a season-ending injury, all that scrambling for 100 yards and throwing for 1,000,000 yards, now you hate him all of a sudden. See what I'm saying? So I think it's unrealistic, and now it's become a capitalistic world. I mean, it's been a capitalistic world where even fans can make money off the players now. There was a report where fans were actually cussing out cussing out players due to fantasy football performance. Can you believe that? Fans were getting cussed. Players were getting cussed out in person because of fantasy football performance. Unrealistic, not fair. You gotta stop it, guys. So moving on to my second point, are fans unrealistic? Well, in the same breath, no, they're not unrealistic. It is a game. It is entertainment. It is business. Let me tell you something. If you support your team emotionally, financially, spiritually, you're entitled to a lot, to me, in my opinion, okay? If you take your paycheck, skip your rent, so you can get a $600-700 autograph, you're welcome. Yes, you deserve to be able to have full access, okay? If you're buying $100 tickets, $500 tickets, $900 tickets, you're entitled to being able to be up in close access. You're entitled to be able to have that exposure. You're entitled to have expectations, okay? I don't feel like it's too far of a stretch. Okay, now I understand that there's a limit, there's a line you have to draw, but is it unrealistic to say, if I spent $1,000 traveling, food, hotel stays, what's name, to expect that I want to see you guys perform the best? That I expect for you to go out there and rush for 100 yards or throw for 400 yards? Not too far off. As I said before, the NFL is set up for us to be this way. That's the reason why they push video games with superstar features, and it's the reason why they put these new uniforms, that people like, they push it out there. That's why they got apparel. That's the reason why they got tattooed. People got tattooed, pictures, autographs, tickets, fan fest. It's all about the fan. Okay, so when you don't perform or when you displease the fans, you get reactions like getting booed and stuff like that. And I don't think it's too far of a fetch. You know what I mean? While the fan is not making millions of dollars, but they also are paying you a lot of money for entertainment and performance. Nobody wants to spend $1,000 to watch their team lose. Trust me. Nobody wants to spend $500-600 traveling from state to state, watch their team or the superstar player go out there and underwhelm. Nobody wants to see that. So, is it a far fetch? No, I don't think it's too much of a far fetch. I'm your host, El Grande Gato, also known as the Big Cat. My cool cat, put your paws in there if you rock with the Big Cat. Get in the comment section, make sure you subscribe. Do you feel like fans are unrealistic when it comes to the expectations, or do they have the right to do so? Let's get up out of here, man. Let the church say down. Don't forget to subscribe to the Carolina Panthers custom helmet giveaway video in the playlist. Once we hit 5,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away free a $300 retail value Marvel's Avenger Carolina Panthers helmet. Keep pounding.